A few years ago, starting a dropshipping business looked completely different from what it does today. Before you could even think about making your first sale, you had to spend hours researching products, comparing suppliers, checking shipping costs, writing product descriptions, organizing images, and manually putting everything together inside your store. It wasn't necessarily difficult, it was just incredibly time-consuming. Now, everywhere you look, people are saying AI can do most of that work for you. Find winning products, compare suppliers, write product listings, organize your catalog. Some people even claim you can build an entire online business in just a few hours. But is that actually true? Can AI really take a simple business idea and turn it into the foundation of a real online store, or is it just another overhyped promise? I wanted to find out for myself. So today, I'm starting with absolutely nothing except one business idea, and I'm going to see just how much of the setup process AI can actually handle before I have to step in. No shortcuts, no pre-built store. Just one idea, an AI-powered workflow, and a simple goal. Build the foundation of a dropshipping business from scratch. If this works, it could completely change how people launch online businesses. Let's get started.
From automating work to unlocking creative ideas, this tool shows you how to use AI in a way that feels natural, intuitive, and stress-free.
Before jumping in, I wanted to make this experiment as fair as possible. Because let's be honest, if AI makes every decision for me, then I'm not really building a business. I'm just clicking buttons. So here's the rule I gave myself. I'll make every important business decision, the niche, the products I actually want to sell, the branding direction, everything that requires judgment and creativity stays in my hands. But all the repetitive work, that's where AI comes in. Finding products, searching through supplier catalogs, comparing options, preparing product information, generating descriptions, organizing listings, basically every task that usually eats up hours before your store is even ready. And if AI can't handle something, I'm not going to hide it. In fact, that's one of the most interesting parts of this experiment, because AI tools are often advertised as if they can automate everything, but in reality, every tool has strengths and limitations. Today, I'm using Doba AI to see whether it can actually make the early stages of building a dropshipping business significantly faster, or whether it's just another productivity tool that sounds better in theory than it works in practice. Whenever you watch videos about dropshipping, everything seems incredibly simple. Pick a product, build a website, run ads, start making sales. It sounds like you could finish everything over a weekend. But anyone who's actually tried building an online store knows that's rarely how it goes. The biggest challenge usually isn't creating the website. It isn't installing Shopify. It isn't even running advertisements. The hardest part is making decisions when you have almost unlimited options. You open one supplier website, thousands of products, then another supplier, thousands more. You compare prices, shipping times, customer reviews, product quality, supplier ratings, profit margins. Then you find another product that looks interesting, so you compare everything all over again. Before you realize it, 2 or 3 hours have passed, and you've added dozens of browser tabs that all look the same. And somehow, you're still asking yourself one question. What should I actually sell? That's the part almost nobody talks about. Not because it's difficult, because it's repetitive. And repetition slowly drains your motivation before you've even launched your business. So instead of opening endless supplier websites myself, I decided to approach the problem differently. Inside Doba AI, I described the kind of business I wanted to create. A home office accessories store, products that are affordable, useful, easy to ship, items that people working from home could actually use every day. Rather than searching for one specific product, I focused on describing the type of store I wanted to build. Almost immediately, I started getting product recommendations that actually matched that vision. Instead of scrolling through hundreds of unrelated products, I was looking at options that already fit my business idea. That alone made the process feel much more focused. It didn't magically choose my niche for me, but it dramatically reduced the amount of random searching I had to do. And honestly, that made a bigger difference than I expected. Finding products, however, is only the beginning, because having lots of options doesn't automatically mean you have a good store. A successful online business isn't built by throwing random trending products together. So now the real decision-making began. I started comparing products one by one. Some looked great at first glance but had longer shipping times. Others had multiple suppliers offering different prices. Some products looked visually appealing but didn't really fit the brand I had in mind. Instead of jumping between multiple supplier websites trying to keep track of everything manually, I stayed inside the workflow. I compared suppliers, reviewed shipping information, looked at product variations, checked available inventory, compared pricing, and slowly, the collection started coming together. One thing that surprised me was how AI wasn't trying to replace my judgment. Now came my least favorite part of building any e-commerce business: product listings. Anyone who's ever launched an online store already knows exactly what this feels like. You finish choosing your products, and then the real repetitive work begins. Writing product titles, creating descriptions, formatting specifications, uploading images, organizing categories, making sure every listing looks professional. Doing it once, not a problem. Doing it 20 or 30 times, that's when it starts feeling like a full-time job. And here's the funny part. None of this work is particularly creative. You're not building your brand, you're not improving your marketing, you're simply preparing information that customers expect to see. After importing my selected products into Doba, AI generated product information that I could review before publishing. Instead of staring at a blank page wondering how to describe every single product from scratch, I already had a solid first draft waiting for me. That immediately sped things up. Of course, I didn't just copy everything and publish it. I still reviewed every description carefully. I adjusted the wording, made sure the tone matched the kind of store I wanted to build, removed anything that sounded repetitive or overly generic. Because while AI is great at generating a starting point, your brand should still sound like your brand, not like everyone else's. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons from this entire experiment. AI shouldn't replace your judgment. It should remove repetitive work so you can spend more time making your business better. By this point, I realized something interesting. I wasn't spending hours writing, I was spending minutes reviewing, and that's a completely different experience. Instead of feeling drained by repetitive tasks, I still had energy to think about branding, customer experience, and the bigger picture. Honestly, that's where this experiment started changing the way I think about using AI for e-commerce. At this point in the experiment, I had to ask myself a simple question. Was AI actually building my business, or was it simply making the setup process easier? Because there's a big difference. After spending several hours working through this workflow, I realized something that a lot of AI marketing doesn't talk about. AI didn't build a business for me. It built momentum, and those aren't the same thing. For example, AI couldn't decide what kind of brand I wanted to create. Should the store feel modern and premium, affordable and practical, minimalist, fun and colorful? Those decisions still depended entirely on me. It also couldn't tell me who my ideal customer was. Sure, it could suggest products that fit a niche, but understanding why someone would buy those products and how to convince them still required human thinking. That's where marketing comes in. You have to understand your audience. What problems are they trying to solve? What motivates them to click the buy button? What would make them trust a brand they've never heard of before? Those questions don't have one perfect AI-generated answer. They're things you discover by researching your market, testing ideas, and learning from real customers. Another thing AI couldn't do was build trust. Customers don't buy from an online store simply because the product description looks nice. They look at reviews, shipping information, return policies, the overall design of the website, your branding, the quality of your customer support. Even small details like professional product photography and clear communication can influence whether someone decides to complete a purchase. Those are all things that require genuine effort. AI can help you prepare the foundation, but it can't create credibility overnight. And perhaps the biggest thing it couldn't do was create a long-term business strategy. It couldn't decide whether I should focus on organic marketing or paid advertising. It couldn't tell me how to position my brand against competitors. It couldn't build customer loyalty. Those are decisions that evolve over time as you learn what works and what doesn't. But here's what AI did remove: hours of repetitive searching, hours of manually copying product information, hours of formatting listings, hours of organizing suppliers, hours of switching between dozens of tabs trying to keep everything organized. Instead of spending my afternoon doing repetitive administrative work, I spent it thinking like a business owner. And honestly, that's probably the biggest advantage I experienced during this experiment. Because your time is valuable. Every hour you spend doing repetitive tasks is an hour you're not spending improving your products, learning marketing, building your brand, or talking to potential customers. AI didn't replace my role. It simply allowed me to focus on the parts of the business that actually require creativity and decision-making. And in my opinion, that's exactly how AI should be used, not as a replacement for human judgment, but as a tool that gives you more time to use it. So after putting this entire workflow to the test, what did I actually end up with? By the end of the experiment, I had something that genuinely looked like the foundation of a real e-commerce business. A clear niche, a carefully selected collection of products, verified supplier information, shipping details, organized product listings, AI-assisted product descriptions that were reviewed and refined. Everything was much closer to launch than where I started just a few hours earlier. Now, does that mean the business is guaranteed to succeed? Of course not. Launching a store is only the beginning. The real work starts after that. You still need customers. You still need traffic. You still need marketing. You still need to build trust. And perhaps most importantly, you need to continue improving your store based on real customer feedback. That's something no AI tool can do for you. Success in e-commerce has never been about simply uploading products. It's about creating an experience that customers enjoy enough to buy from, and hopefully come back again. But what impressed me wasn't that AI somehow created a profitable business overnight. It was how much faster I reached the point where I could actually start working on the important parts. Normally, by this stage of building a store, I would already feel mentally exhausted. Not because the work was difficult, because it was repetitive. This time felt different. Instead of wasting energy on setup, I could invest that energy into improving the business itself. For example, I could spend more time thinking about branding, designing a better homepage, planning marketing campaigns, researching competitors, creating social media content, or even thinking about how to increase the average order value by bundling complementary products together. Those are the activities that actually move a business forward. And because AI handled much of the repetitive preparation, I had more time available for exactly those kinds of tasks. That's where I think the real value is. Not replacing entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs work more efficiently. So, can AI build an online business for you? No, at least not by itself. And honestly, I don't think that's the goal. If you're expecting AI to create a profitable business while you sit back and do nothing, you'll probably be disappointed. Every successful business still needs human creativity, good judgment, problem solving, marketing, customer service, and the willingness to adapt when things don't go as planned. None of that has changed. What has changed is how much time you have to spend on repetitive work before you can even start focusing on those important things. That's where this experiment completely changed my perspective. Before trying this workflow, I thought AI would mainly save a few minutes here and there. Instead, I realized it changes how you spend your time. Rather than jumping between countless supplier websites, manually copying information, and repeating the same tasks over and over, I could stay focused on building the business itself. And that feels like a much smarter way to work, especially if you're someone who's just getting started. Overall, I came away impressed with what this workflow could do. Not because it automated everything, but because it automated the right things. The repetitive work, the administrative tasks, the time-consuming setup, leaving the important decisions exactly where they belong, with the person building the business. If you're curious to explore a similar AI-assisted workflow for your own dropshipping business, you can check out Doba using the link in the description below. Whether you're launching your very first store or looking for ways to streamline your current workflow, it's definitely worth seeing how AI can fit into your process, and I genuinely love to hear your opinion. Do you think AI will become a standard part of running online businesses, or do you still prefer doing everything manually? Let me know down in the comments because I'm really curious to see where everyone stands on this. If you enjoyed this experiment and you'd like to see more real-world tests of AI tools, not just marketing claims but actually putting them through practical workflows, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.